Hello, everybody, and welcome to Row 60, a Georgia football podcast. My name is Clark Gaines. Joining me today, as always, Adam Thornton, and this is show number 24. Adam, you can call this the No Sean Marino episode.
And the Lindsey Scott episode for all of our wise experience. And we won't say old, but just experience that remembers Lindsey back in the day running Athens in the early 80s. So
our two-time national champion Dawgs out there.
Dang right.
They've seen two of them.
Two-time, that's exactly right.
Lindsey and No Sean play, man. This is going to be just an episode where we just ramble.
It is, Clark. I mean, we just want to say hey and just let our listeners know that we're still here.
Yeah.
We're still here. We're just counting down the days till kickoff.
That's right.
Hint. And we're excited about that. And we just want to come and just talk about life, talk about the Dogs. Football's back in action. Some spring practice in Athens is going on right now. Guys are growing up. Guys are getting better. And the team's kind of taking its shape for what we're going to see this fall, Clark. And hey, man, every passing day, we're one that we don't wish our lives away.
Yep.
You enjoy life. I enjoy life. Our listeners enjoy life. Life is great. Summer's good. A lot of people love summer. You get to go to the beach. You get to go to the lake. You know, you get to get your tan on, do whatever you want to do. Go get a snow cone at the old icy cone truck. You know, some of that kind of fun stuff that comes in the summer and with warmer weather being here. But, Clark, to us, it's just another step closer to fall, baby.
Yeah,
so each day, we're getting closer till September 4th, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Oregon, big primetime game, the time to defend the national championship.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to ramble a little bit. Yeah. We're going to ramble a little bit, kind of talk about what's on our mind a little bit. I'm excited about it.
You talked about summer. You mentioned summer. The good thing is, I think we can both agree on this, and maybe you agree out there too. The worst part of the year is over. Winter is done. February, out of the way.
That's right.
The back end of January as well.
Yep.
And March, now gone.
Now gone. It's April, baby.
And like you said, we don't wish our days away. But, man, when you get closer to football season, it just feels good.
You just ramp it up a little bit, Clark. When you hit about July, July, you know, the SEC media days start coming up. Everybody, you know, you get some reports and stuff. You know, right now is our time as we follow all these 18 to 22-year-old kids. We get that. We want to hear what their bench press max is. We need to hear some statistics. If they got some 40 times, if they gained about 20 pounds, what kind of playing shape they're in. Are they lean? Are they bulked up, or do they come to camp a little fat? You know, that's the kind of stuff.
Chubby.
You know, when you think about it, you analyze what we do. It's a little bit odd, one might say, but I love it. So this is the time for agility season.
Yes.
You know, getting guys shaped up. Ready
Speaking of agility, Adam, I think you saw this because you mentioned this the other day. The Florida Gators had a combine. And we're going to post it right here. I'll have it posted on YouTube. But their 40 times were atrocious.
I think we might have ran better at the SEC championship when we did the 40 in our boots.
Yes.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm telling you, man. It is amazing that SEC talent in a program like Florida, that's the kind of, you know, stuff that's coming out there just speaks to their strength and conditioning program, their coaching, and where they're at. And hopefully, if we're blessed, good Lord willing, that's where they're going to stay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Billy Napier is just going to continue right where Dan Mullen left off and go. But hey, either way, you know, if you want to look at Florida in a positive spin, if you're a Florida fan, you can only go up, I imagine. But hey, I hope they just stay right there. But we'll see. Too. We'll see what old Billy Napier does down there.
Yeah.
But.
Adam, any big summer plans? You got anything planned for the summer?
Nah, man. You know, I kind of start here in the next month or so, cutting a little hay, doing a little bit of that. And, you know, I don't go anywhere during the summer, Clark. I think we're going to go to Alan Jackson, see him and his farewell tour in Knoxville in the summer. I do a weekend up in Pigeon Forge in Knoxville, see AJ, and then I think that's about it. And then just get ready to ramp up for fall. And of course, the baby coming.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we got on the agenda. What about you?
I'm going to Vegas to go see Eric Church for one last shindig.
Vegas.
Yeah. May do a little gambling. Don't go telling my mom that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's fine. You put a little 5 here and there, you know. You can't get carried away with it. You can't get carried away with it.
I don't think you play with $5 bills out in Vegas.
I've never been.
That's like Cherokee.
So there is no, you can't like just go to the blackjack table and like give me $5?
Not many.
Or hold them.
Not many of them, I don't think.
Man, I don't know. I've never been to Las Vegas before. Never studied the gambling etiquette that you might have and in those type of environments, honestly. But I'm sure many folk got themselves in some trouble. Going out there and just you just got to stay disciplined.
Right.
Just composure.
Right.
Composure.
I'll say this.
Stay composed.
When we were in NOLA for the Sugar Bowl in 2018,
right?
That was my last game I actually worked with the team. I got to see some composure, some discipline at the blackjack table.
Did you?
From DeAndre Baker. Now remember, he didn't play that game.
That was a little controversial. That was a little controversial having him on the sidelines. I remember that, but anyway.
But no, he was in the casino about 2 nights before the Sugar Bowl, and man, he was raking in some dough.
Dang, and then got drafted right after that. I'm telling you,
big,
man, when you have old rabbit's foot and old horseshoe stuck up nowhere, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh man,
I'm telling you, nice. I would not be good, Clark, at a blackjack table or a poker table because I'm not a guy who could just stay calm, compose myself. I just get too
You sound like you would be great with the slots, Adam, or better yet, roulette. Roulette is my game. Right. Now listen, I don't want people thinking I'm addicted to gambling or anything because I'm not. But when I do go to a casino, I'll go take $100 bill, go do my thing, go get some chips, and go to the roulette table. And when you hit one, boy, it is.
What's your highest hit been, Clark?
I think I got $400, something like that. In 1 second. And I was like, man, I could see how this can be very addictive.
There you go. I hear you. That's
so.
two tanks of gas for the old truck right there. Now, these days.
Yeah.
No, baby. No, that's awesome. That's good stuff, man. Well, that's exciting. Summer's a good time, and I'm excited. I know a lot of our listeners out there got some plans for family and everything, beach trips, whatnot. Enjoy. We're trying not to wish away some people's favorite time of year, but we are a Georgia football podcast. We are not a spring flowers podcast, summer vacation podcast, like travel agency and whatnot. Our prime time isn't summer. It is the fall. That's so right. We do not apologize for saying that we're ready for the fall to come.
Exactly.
So anyway, now that we got that out of the way and we've let our stance be known on our seasonal preference, then.
And right quick before we move on, you hate the beach as much as I do.
I don't. Right? Yeah, I do because I tell you, my skin is not. I'm not one to sit out on the beach chair and tan.
Yeah.
Here in Franklin County, Georgia, or Panama City, Florida, I tan the same way. That's one thing, burnt. And the first day, if I get burnt, I'm miserable the rest of the trip. Yeah. So when I do go to the beach, my wife loves the beach, just like most every female does in the United States of America. Then we'll go down there for it. But I like to sit my tail underneath the tent with a shirt on and my floppy straw hat. And just be there.
Oh, man. I'm the same way. Listen, I'm like a mirror. My skin literally just reflects sun.
Yeah. It does, so, it's just not, everybody's got their thing, Clark, and the beach just wasn't something that the good Lord decided that I would be good at going out and tanning, so, but hey, if everybody loves it out there, get on them, man. Get on them. I like that. And that's good. Everybody needs, and that's one more thing, Clark. Everybody needs to be passionate about something.
Yes.
I'm a firm believer, I'm not going to push on what you need to be passionate about because all God's children are passionate about different things. And that's what makes the world go round, Clark. We're passionate about Georgia football and other things. Yeah. But I encourage everybody, find something that they're passionate about. If in work, especially, if you find something you're passionate about at work to make a living, you can wake up and say, hey man, I'm going to go hit it today, man. I'm going to get up and hit it because I love doing what I can do. Try to find that. Strive for that. This is my motivational April podcast. I was hoping it was going to be May, motivational May, but I was like, nah, we're in April. So, but so motivation. Everybody be passionate about something, man.
Hey,
be passionate about something.
I agree.
Find something to believe in, wear it on your sleeve, and go out there and let the world know.
Yeah. Adam, I've been doing a thing called the 5 a.m. Club. And now, if you know me, I don't ever wake up early for anything.
Right.
But here the past week, I have been waking up at 5 a.m. Now, I read a book and it said to wake up at 5 a.m. and have a victory hour. And in that victory hour, you do 20 minutes. The moment you wake up, you go work out. And that's tough. But when you
what kind of workouts do you
I just do. Basically, the book says just to break a sweat.
Okay, all right. Little jogging plays. I do some high jacks.
Yes,
is that what they call high jacks?
Jumping jacks.
I forgot what they were called.
I do some mountain climbers, some burpees, some push-ups. Some hijacks. Hey, that may be.
Hey, no, it is jumping jacks. I don't know where I got. I was saying jumping jacks, but
all that to say, you do 20-minute workout, break a sweat, 20 minutes of meditation and prayer. So I get a good prayer in it.
Exercise the mind and the body. I love it. Get the juices going, baby.
And then your last 20 minutes for your victory hour, you read a book. You learn, you watch an inspirational video, you grow.
Right.
And I'm telling you, Adam, I have never felt more productive in my life.
So you hit the day going to crank.
And I will say, you do hit a lull at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I did take a 2-hour nap, but I was very, very productive today, and I'm proud of myself. And I encourage everyone out there.
How long have you been doing this?
Just a week.
Oh, there you go. Hey, you stay on that.
We'll see how.
I like it. Hey, I mean, maybe we should do a spinoff of a motivational podcast.
Adam.
Like, give life motivation, man.
Yeah.
I love it. But that's it.
Man.
That's it. That's good stuff, man. I love it, brother. I mean, that's good. And that's something I need to do more of is just good physical exercise, good time for just good self-evaluation, so to speak, and really get in that, and I mean, especially right now, because I mean, goodness, me and you during football season, a lot of my spare time is, I'm looking at Georgia football news. I'm watching press conference interviews, everything, reading about, game previews, all that good stuff. Right now, there's none of that going on. Mm-hmm. And, I've been keeping up with the Georgia baseball team. Got blasted in Lexington, Kentucky this past Sunday. But, hey, they're ranked. I think they're 23rd, something like that. And so, have some of that to look forward to and whatnot. Yeah. March Madness coming up this weekend, Final Four, Duke, North Carolina, and Villanova and Kansas. So, hey, man, it's a good time of year. Good time of year.
For those, if some of y'all may have seen this, Eric Church is skipping. Listen to this. He can't, for those who don't know, Eric Church canceled a show out in San Antonio. And he's actually going to watch the Duke North Carolina game, as he should. I think he definitely should. I respect it. Going to take his kids, his family, to go watch the Tar Heels play. Coach K, one last time. Duke, North Carolina. I think it's the first time they ever met in the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. Or Final Four, maybe. Or Final Four. And Final Four, the Final Four, and it could be Krzyzewski's last game. I'll be honestly pulling for Duke. I hope they win it. And that would be good for either fan base. I mean, it's one of them games you're gonna try to do everything you can to get to. You think about it. Well, I mean, that's Georgia playing on Florida and the college football playoff. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Awesome. Can you imagine if Georgia rematched Florida in the cocktail party? I mean, the cocktail party in somewhere like I don't know, the Rose Bowl. Yeah. Rose Bowl. Georgia, Florida, and the Rose Bowl college football playoff. Let's play that hypothetical scenario, Clark. That is all it is, hypothetical, because Florida's not going to make No. I'm saying our biggest rival. Yeah, Georgia, Auburn, that'd probably be more likely being a cross division rival or something like if they make it. I'm telling you, man, that would be insane. Or Clemson too. I mean, that's very high possibility of playing them in a playoff game. So, that's a lot of excitement for that fan base there. Yeah. I mean, it's a fever pitch, man. Once you get to that point, even when Georgia played Michigan this year, you're like, dang, I mean, that's big. But then you get somebody that you have a pure disdain and hatred for, and you add it to that stage, man. Emotions get rampant for that. Well, I tell you, I was sitting there thinking the other day, I really think this Georgia-Alabama game is starting to become a rivalry. Let's talk about that a little bit, Clark. Yeah, I would say it is. It's 100% is. And when do you think that came about? I think I remember. It was definitely Saban, and now the Kirby factor, I think, is what elevated it. Obviously, I remember when Mike Shula was the coach at Alabama and I was a child, and you played him in 2002 and you played him in 2003, and then before that, I don't have a memory bank of. It's too young. Yeah. But it wasn't a rivalry then. I remember the 2003 game was in Athens. I mean, the big win, it was a big win in Tuscaloosa in 2002. I think it was the first time Georgia won ever in Tuscaloosa that 2002 season when old Michael Johnson caught that ball. Or no, it was Fred Gibson caught that ball on his whatchamacallit, as Larry Munson said. And from people who were there, said it was about 110 degrees that day. And that was the man enough game. Pat died. But 2003, it was just a random, I guess, October Saturday.
It was hot in Athens, and I mean, it just wasn't, the hype wasn't there. Then you enter Saban and just all the SEC championships, national championships. I mean, for Georgia and Alabama as two conference foes to meet each other twice in the national championship within 5 years is amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing, and it looks like there's going to be the collision course. It's not going to detour anytime soon. It looks like they're on a head-on course for each other every year. Too many just intertangled webs between fan base interests and everything. Obviously, the way the programs are structured with Kirby Smart recruiting. Off season right now they're fighting for each other. Then you add the factor like Jermaine Burton going over there, stuff like that, and then of course just the Saban Kirby relationship, man, and everybody says for there to be a rivalry, both sides have got to win. Well, heck, we've done dethroned them, got a national championship ring, so let's go. Let's go. I mean, and it's something, it's going to be interesting next time we play them. It would be huge. And it would be huge to beat them in the SEC championship in December. Man.
I agree. We'll get to that. We got
get to that, but I'm thinking about it, man. I'm ready to just put the death nail in Saban. Just put it in them. I want Kirby to be the one that drives them out of Tuscaloosa.
And that's what I think is going to make Alabama fans more mad than anything is if we win again and again and again and again and again and again. And it goes back and forth. It has been, let's be honest, let's call a spade a spade. It's been very lopsided in Alabama's favor, but in order for Alabama fans to hate Georgia fans, I think some of them already do, but
they do,
but in order for all of them to hate us, we got to keep winning. And I think we've got a good shot of that in the future. So.
I think it is. I think we're there now, finally, but they keep getting stout. Their recruiting classes, I mean, arguably they're going to be unanimously the number one team going in the preseason. All the hype you're going to hear when college football talk really starts ramping back up. It's going to be Bryce Young. Can he win the Heisman again? These guys coming in, Will Anderson, all these guys, the revenge tour. That Bryce Young is locked in. He isn't losing this year. This is it. It's going to be that, and you're going to hear a lot of that media hype, and deservedly so. I mean, the talent, they do reload. They've been reloading for over a decade now. But Georgia is going to reload now. And hey, the thing about it, Clark, going into this season, I'm excited about it. It's going to be the first time we watch Georgia football with kind of, you could almost, you don't want to get complacent and content.
But you can breathe.
But you can breathe, Clark. You can breathe. Yeah, exactly. You can just, we've got over that hump.
Right.
That curse has been broken, and everything else now is icing on the cake. But and I've always said, people always ask me, well, would you trade a Georgia National Championship for like 3 8-4 seasons in a row? And I said, at the time, I said, yeah, heck yeah, sign me up. I want it so bad. But I don't see this Georgia program under Kirby Smart and the foundation he's built being a LSU, so to speak. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some guys who are going to step up, fill a lot of talent gaps that's going to be left behind, especially on the defensive side of the football. But hey, man, the guys are there. The recruiting's been there. And I think you have to consistently, I don't think you have to have a number one class consistently, but you got to have top 4, top 3 classes year in and year out to stay at that peak level that Alabama has sustained and that Kirby Smart has built and won a national championship of, and will, and they will. Georgia will. Yeah. And now you got to play the portal a little bit. You got to manage these kids, right, Clark? So spring practice. Now, we had some guys enter the portal right after the season. You're going to get a second wave at the end of April after all the spring games are done. Everybody kind of figures out what they got on their roster and whatnot. And so, Clark, is there anybody with looking at spring right now? Already been in it a little while. Obviously, G-Day coming up April 16th. What is there any guys you kind of think, man, we might not be a dog after this? What do you think?
Ooh, that's tough. Originally I thought Darnell. I got this weird feeling, even after the SEC championship game when we got boat raced, I had a feeling, he just looked upset, on the field. And you can see that in some guys. Some guys visibly look upset. Now, Kirby, I'm sure, calls them out a lot of times for that kind of thing. But as far as guys I think are going to go, honestly, I'm not sure. I don't even care to speculate.
That's right.
And if you don't want to be a dog, go. Like I don't want you.
I agree.
I don't want you
next
on our
man
team.
up mentality. Right. That's right. If you don't want to be at Georgia, you don't have the pride for Georgia, then go on. And I understand if there's personal reasons why. And everybody, I encourage everybody, and I want everybody to get to their dream, the next level, support a family, be an NFL player. That'd be great. There'll be nothing more. And sometimes you got to make decisions. Like I think Jermaine Johnson's paid off when he went to Florida State last year. Obviously, it did in those situations if they are that. And it paid off for us too. We were fine. We were fine.
Yeah.
And obviously, we won the national championship. And that's the thing with the tight end room. Brock Bowers is a stud, absolute freak. Going to be a sophomore, just going to continue to get better. And then you have guys like Oscar Delp coming in. And then you got a guy who's going to be a hybrid. The hype on Eric Gilbert. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. I like to call him the Yeti, the Loch Ness Monster. What other... Bigfoot.
Are you talking about
miss. Like, figures that there's accounts of out there,
right?
But we really don't have any video evidence, so to speak of, or so. Who Sasquatch, Bigfoot, yeah, same
UFO,
difference. UFO, anything of that sort,
nature,
you could throw in that realm. But there are reports out there, obviously, Clark. We're the little man. I don't know why the UGA Athletic Association hadn't invited me and Clark to be at practice yet. Yeah. But we hadn't got there yet. But if anybody has any inside, let Row 60 get in there.
Yeah.
We're the Common Man's podcast. We're not the structured Georgia, we can come in there and we can give the people what they want.
Exactly.
But just let us get on the sideline. So anyway, that being said, I kind of went off course there, Clark. Me and you have not been able to go to practice, so me and you have not laid eyes on Eric Gilbert. But what outside noise and reports are saying is the man looks like a freak. He looks like everything what we thought it was going to be last year, and he looks dialed in. God bless him. I think mentally he's there. All reports say that. It's going to be big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably gained a little bit since he was at LSU.
Probably so,
Done bulked up a little bit. And that's good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think he has some good speed. I'm excited to see him. I'm also really excited to see Arian Smith back and healthy.
Yeah.
I think that kid is a freak athlete.
Speed burner, man.
Yeah, speed on him. So got some interesting targets coming up this year at receiver, and
and I think you got guys like C.J. Smith. It's going to be new guys, freshmen that can make an impact. Of course, you got Kyrus Jackson coming back for a 10th year.
He's become the new Hunter Renfrow.
He has
but
become.
We love Kyrus.
Yeah, Kyrus Jackson. He's come back for another year. Julian Rochester. He's going to be the grandfather of the team. No. I meant he is going to be. Let me rephrase that. He's going to be like Julian Rochester.
Okay, I was about to say
no. Julian's not coming back for a second decade. No, he's not. God bless him. He's done. He's seen a lot.
Yeah,
he got to play in 2 national championships all through the Kirby era.
That's true.
But guys like that, man, I'm excited. One guy in particular, Clark. We're just going, we're going to just recap some spring stuff. Obviously, there's not a lot of stuff out there for us who is not there at practice to report.
Right.
But me and you do have some sources out there, a little bit, secondhand stuff that we can say.
Yeah.
And just from reports, and I think something going into spring was everybody was talking about Clark was Amarius Mims. Generational talent. Generational talent at tackle, Clark. We saw him last year as a true freshman. He really wasn't on the field much, but a lot of talent in front of him, time to develop, get his body ready to go to become the SEC offensive lineman that they say, and everybody says he's got generational talent.
Yeah.
And he seems to be a guy that, from reports, might be working with the right tackle. The tackles, getting some first team reps, man. And it's kind of one of those things that I've had discussions. You've had discussions with folks, Clark. A lot. There's been rumors of maybe disgruntlement with him that probably looking at him like, no, you can't lose him, Marius. But my thing is, Clark, if he's not talented enough to beat out Warren McClendon or Broderick Jones, somebody on the outside, then man, is he really generational talent in his true sophomore?
Right.
See, I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, I don't think you just say because he's got the potential to be where he's at that you automatically put him in front of a guy who's out playing him right now just to keep him happy.
Mm-hmm. Justin Fields.
Right.
That's a Justin Fields situation.
And I'm not saying Amarius is about because we don't know. I don't know. But I think he'll work hard this spring, and I have all the confidence in the world that they say the situation, getting Stacey Sherrills in as a new offensive line coach is going to make a difference. It's going to make a big difference in and helping him and kind of hit the chemistry there with Amarius. And I don't know, man. I'm excited about him. So he's coming in there. I know he's working hard. I know he's got a good attitude, and maybe it'll be good, and maybe everything will be good. but you heard the noise outside of that with that. But you know, he's working in there, and guys, I mean the line, a guy that look Devin Willock. Redshirt sophomore.
Okay.
You know, maybe popping in, getting some reps at guard over Warren Erickson. We're just going to leave that comment right there, Clark. You know, one thing I'm going to do this year.
What's that?
For the 2022 Row 60 podcast.
What is that?
I'm not going to be the type of guy, Clark, to bash on the dog.
I don't think we have.
No, we really hadn't compared to a lot of people out there. We might have said some no comment stuff, and there might have been some stuff about, particularly I just didn't comment. But I mean, God bless them. They're out there. They're Division I athletes. They're doing really good, working hard. So God bless them for that, and good on them. I hope and then they're national champions now. And but you know, that'll be interesting to see. Yeah. It'll be interesting this offseason and going into fall camp. What the offensive line under new offensive line coach Stacey Searles, a veteran guy, what it'll be. But the talent's there, man. Yeah. The talent's there from Sam Pittman to Matt Luke to now Stacey Searles got a big chip on his shoulder. He's going to have to continue with the recruiting, the development, and what has made Georgia successful in the Kirby area, and that has been the offensive line play. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, there's a lot more we could talk about for spring, but we're going to save some stuff. I think we should.
You want to save a little stuff?
Let's save some stuff.
Like talk about a certain position group that keeps on going, even though the man won a national championship. Right. There's still speculation.
And he should ride off in the sunset.
Yeah. There's still speculation out there. Still chatter about these kids out there. Man, I don't know, Clark. I mean, golly, we'll
save that.
We're going to save it. We're going to save
that and a lot more. We need to just watch the G-Day game. That's what
that's going to be our big episode. After the G-Day game, we're going to break it down.
Absolutely.
We might have a film session for it. We might get a laser pointer and record the game and start.
Oh, man, that would be classic. Yeah. That would be classic.
A little Monday morning quarterbacking.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Is that what it's called? What? I've never get that.
Armchair quarterback.
What's Monday morning quarterback?
I don't know.
I made that up, but it makes sense. If you go to the office, you're talking about it Monday morning after the weekend.
Well, I think it's Sunday morning. Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what these guys do anymore.
But I'm just saying that, you know, you get what I'm saying about that, you know, Monday morning quarterback, and you're discussing what should have and should have not around the workplace early on a Monday morning.
Adam, we need to get
expertise be known.
We need to get a tour of the new facility, talking about workspaces and stuff and film breakdown. I want to go see these new film rooms because I know they are high tech.
We need to do a documentary. They need to have us on a documentary, Clark, of us going and interviewing some guys, breaking down some film, some position coaches. They need to let us, people. I'll be honest. If you got inside access to the Georgia sports, I don't know, program, any sport, whatever. Well, shoot, we'll cover some women's volleyball or lacrosse or whatever.
No, we don't even have a lacrosse team.
Club lacrosse, we'll do whatever just to get on the inside. We would be good representatives.
We would.
Let us in. It'd be a fun time. Try to get us in because right now we're just giving you the reports that we know of, and but we're a fan podcast.
Much regurgitated
we will always be a fan podcast. Yeah. But that's what it's all about. Yeah. That's what it's all about. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting, man. The defending national champions is back on the field. Will Muschamp, Clark.
Oh boy,
Will Muschamp. I cannot wait to see Muschamp on the sidelines this fall. Like, I mean, obviously, yes, he was on the sidelines last fall, but I felt like he was more. I mean, there might have been times he got one, but he was kind of more behind. Reserved. You know, he the special teams, he was ahead of that. You know, obviously, he was a big part of the defensive game planning. During the week, preparations and stuff. But now, you know, him and Schumann are the co-defense coordinators. I'm assuming Schumann's going to stay in the box and Muschamp will be the guy on the field. And it's going to be hilarious watching Kirby Smart and then Will Muschamp interact even more so on the sidelines. Yeah. And Will Muschamp's interaction, just explosion. Between the both of them?
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Here's the thing, though, Adam. And I watched Dan Lanning and Kirby. And, they had some times where they really came unglued, I feel like. But I didn't see it a whole lot last year.
No, there wasn't no defense.
Exactly. Our defense was doing
Everybody was dialed in. You had leaders in there. You got people lined up in the right spot. There wasn't a lot of blown blown coverages, except in one particular game, but that was avenged. And
Right.
there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. That's something not a lot of people are talking about. Is seeing Will Muschamp with his glasses on the tip of his nose, just back Auburn defense coordinator Will Muschamp, the first go around on the Plains, like in the mid 2000s. I think he was there. Left LSU 06, 07, maybe. I can't quite remember from when he went to Texas. But around that time period when he was at Auburn, there's some good. I'm not going to say we're a family podcast, but just get on YouTube and look up some stuff, and you can see some just great stuff. Just get you just jacked.
Yeah.
And
he was that way at LSU with Saban and with Kirby.
And at Texas. He is, and at Florida too. I'll never forget one game down there when 12. He was head coach. Was it 12?
Yeah.
Where he looked at one of his, and there was every vein in his neck sticking out. I really thought he would have a heart attack on the field right then and there. It's become a meme, I believe, or some type of GIF? Is it a GIF or a meme? Is it a GIF? Oh, a GIF.
I
Is it a GIF or a GIF? Where he's looking, he's looking out the corner of his eye and just really getting But old Muschamp, man, I love him, it's going to be exciting to see what kind of defense is he going to field.
Yeah.
You got big Jamin Dumas Johnson out there. He's a guy who's been stepping up as a leader. I think it's going to be the next great inside linebacker at the University of Georgia. Nolan Smith, I love it. There's a guy at every level. Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Chris Smith back there on the back end. Some guys in the secondary. The secondary is going to be the group to look. See if we get guys come in there. The defensive line, Carter's going to be leading them. But Zion Logue and Traymel Walthour, guys to look out for, Clark. I mean, there's some talent, and it's time for them to step in the spotlight and get theirs now.
Right.
These guys have moved on. It's time for them to get theirs. Big William Poole coming back. Clark had a great national championship game. We didn't know how excited we'd be about William Poole coming back until then, but I mean, honestly, we didn't. But he did good. He did good. And I mean, experienced guy that's been around a long time. Another guy that's been around a long time. Keeley coming back, coming off the confidence of that pick six, is going to be now a guy with a year of experience under his belt, Clark. So the talent's there, man. And the biggest thing with this team, what made last year's team so good and the 2017 team was so good, and teams like 2018 team not as good, is the talent was there for every single team, Clark. I think there was national championship talent on every single one of those rosters from Kirby Smart's second year on, but it's team chemistry and leadership. Who are the guys who are going to step up and take the place of the Jordan Davises out there? Those guys, the Nakobe Deans, these guys who have who've been the captains, who's going to step up and fill those shoes. And when you get that successful team chemistry, and you get the leadership and different position groups on both sides of the football, and the accountability that comes with that on and off the field from those leaders, and the demand for a mindset that there will be nothing less, that's when you get national championships. Not just talent. Obviously, you got to have that to win. Now you got to have, but to put the icing on the cake, to actually get over the hump and not drop games that you shouldn't. It's the leadership who established that mindset, man. And you know where it's developed? It was developed in February. Dude, I don't think they do mat drills anymore. God bless the CMR area, the Coach Rick area, the mat drills in February. But the off-season workout, and then when they get in pads right now is where guys can establish themselves as leaders for the upcoming fall. And I think that's the biggest thing that Kirby Smart's looking for right now. And the biggest thing this coaching staff's looking for, Clark, is who's going to be that guy? Who's going to be that guy? In the
words of George Jones, who's going to fill their shoes?
That's right. Hey. Who's going to fill their shoes?
And Adam, who's going to fill the shoes of Georgia Tech's offensive analyst?
Jim Chaney. Jim Chaney.
What a great hire.
Good friend, Jim Chaney.
Yeah.
I just love throwing out the word good friend to the show.
Yeah.
Good friend. Even though they're not. But I just like that, just sounds good. Good friend to the show.
I've got a great Jim Chaney story. I say it's great. It's funny to me. I guess you had to have been there.
I want to hear it.
But I was in I was in Buttsmere facility after practice, and going down, always walk down Lumpkin and back towards the dorm and everything. But anyway, I saw I was in the elevators, going down the elevator. It's just one flight of stairs. I mean, I could have just run down the stairs right quick, but I like the elevator. So anyway, I took the elevator, and then all of a sudden I hear this guy say, "Hey, And I was like, oh gosh. So I held the door, and here comes Jim Chaney. Here comes old Jim. And Jim, you'd think he'd be in some Georgia football attire,
right?
Maybe a Georgia coach's polo or a polo,
one of the
or even
1,000 free stuff I get from Nike throughout the years. Yeah, yeah.
The guy comes walking in with this gigantic yellow SpongeBob SquarePants shirt.
No.
With the face of SpongeBob.
Wait a minute.
Right
no, Jim Chaney.
Yes, I promise you.
Jimmy
Chaney.
Jim Chaney.
Yeah.
A SpongeBob shirt.
SpongeBob.
Like with the actual character.
Right.
Screen printed on the shirt.
Yeah. And the pores, the little spongy pores everywhere.
What? This is real. I've never heard this.
I promise.
Like the pores of the sponge all around the shirt. Yeah. Jim Chaney's walking around.
Jim Chaney.
Did he have on khakis with it?
No, he just had on black Nike shorts. Just
athletic shorts.
And the guy, and the guy had on slides. No socks, just slides.
No.
It was amazing.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Yeah. It goes up a notch for that attire in my book. But Jim Chaney, yeah, I mean, he definitely, had some words said about it. But George, but all in all, man, there were some good times with him, and he's made a great career out of it, play calling, and got more money than me and you ever have from calling football plays. But resides now in Atlanta, Georgia, a stone's throw away from the varsity.
Oh boy, man! I it would have been smart of him to keep some of the defensive game plan stuff from Georgia. I'm sure he probably has some, but I don't think it's going to help.
I'm on old Jeff. He's in desperation mode on the flats over there. So
I think this may be his last go round.
It might be.
Oh man.
Well. Exciting times, man. We need to do a hot seat episode. Let's talk real quick about our potential episode.
Okay, yeah, I like it. What's coming up next?
And we want a viewer feedback on this because, man, it's the off season and we want to still talk to y'all.
Yeah.
We don't want y'all to get tired of us, but we want to check in with y'all, man. Because we're just ramping up, getting closer to where it'll be back to our normal format of bam, hitting it for season 2. But and eventually one day y'all might see a different little I'm throwing a little tidbit here. A little bit that it might be that we see a different background for our YouTube viewers.
Different little set.
So, I don't know. It might be something that's in the cards or so. But yeah, maybe we could do a go over SEC coaches, their standing with their fan base, and a fan base pulse.
Okay.
One thing I could be doing, I'll go through the old YouTube and some random stuff pops up on the old YouTube sometimes. Videos. Look, there's some Auburn podcasts, some other team like Auburn podcasts of guys who are just doing it in their basement by themselves. Like the old boy that's just wearing a collared shirt with a backwards hat, just has his 96 followers just doing it too. Yeah. Actually the one those type of guys we could correlate with them.
Yeah.
Say, hey, what's going on in Auburn? What's the pulse? Everybody happy with Brian Harsin over there? And to just get some of that stuff in. I don't know, man. The possibilities are endless, but it's exciting. It's exciting.
And I do think we're going to bring on some more guests. I know that's in the works. We want to bring on some more people and let them share their stories.
Yeah.
Adam, we talked about this the other day. We may or may not have some videos coming out during the SEC media days, maybe potentially. We'll see.
We got something cooked up for that.
Oh yeah, and if not that, we've got a backup plan. But
we do.
Be ready for July.
If they, we might have to just call Greg Sankey and let them know that we're coming.
Yeah,
we're setting up on Media Row, and everybody and their brother's gonna come sit with us, interview. Because who's in Georgia's day? Is it Arkansas?
It's Kentucky, Arkansas, and Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
I would love to interview Mark Stoops. Maybe we get him on
Sam Pittman.
Sam Pittman, of course, yeah. And I mean, whoever wants to talk to us, we'll talk to them. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We're trying to do some things, pull some strings to see what we can do, but let's just hint.
Yeah.
Hey, some exciting off-season stuff.
Absolutely. G-Day coming up April 16th, 1 p.m. ESPN2 if you're not going. If you are going, it's $5 to get in, get your ticket, and go watch the Dawgs in Sanford Stadium. I mean, it's kind of like it's a warm up. It's a practice. No. I'm saying in the sense of like, it's a warm up to the
absolutely.
season. The game's an actual game.
No, I know.
To them it is.
Exactly what you're saying, Clark. It's what I've always viewed it as a time, man, that you go from late November to the next September before you're back in Sanford Stadium, normally. So it's it's something to break that up a little bit. Just to go, it's a fellowship time. It's a game for the children to come. It's a thing that you go ahead as a parent. You bring all their buddies. Have to spend the night party. Get the old Little League baseball team there. Wear your jerseys and go. Go enjoy it, man. Go enjoy it, and just to be able to watch the football, man. Here's some pads popping. Pads popping in April.
Absolutely.
It just gives you, it's just like a breath of fresh air comes in you, man. Yeah. You hear them pads popping, be in Sanford Stadium, get fired up about the season because, back before this past season happens, it was always the hype. This is the year.
Right.
This is the year.
Yep.
But we're going to say, well, we've had the year. It's just time to keep the train rolling. Keep it on the tracks, baby.
Yes.
Keep it on the tracks. Establish a dynasty. Because what I want, Clark, I want to see another national championship here soon. And then our neighbors over there in upstate South Carolina are going to be like, oh, man. How did Georgia how did Kirby Smart come in and do this with Nick Saban on one side of him and Dabo Swinney on the other side of him? He just came in and bam. Let's do it.
Oh, man.
Let's do it. I love it, man.
We got to make it known that we are here to stay. We're not going anywhere.
So, and Georgia's not. No. Georgia's not. So, the schedule, we've talked about it. We will talk about it. I keep going through in my mind. I'm like, where in this regular season is there a loss?
Yeah.
Obviously, any given Saturday, something can happen. Anybody can beat anybody. But, just realistically, putting it on paper, where is the loss in the first 12 games of the season until you get to Atlanta?
I don't know. I don't know.
Another
if
special year, man.
Figure it out. Let me know, because
hey, man,
I couldn't tell you.
I'm telling you, it's an exciting time to be a Bulldog, and that feeling we got. And on January 10th in Indianapolis, Indiana, will always be with us, always be in our memory bank. We'll always go back to it, man. But that's not the last good time we're going to share with all of y'all and that we're going to have, because it is time to get back re-fired up about Georgia football. We're going to keep celebrating what we've gone through. But, man, it's time to start focusing on defending that thing, Clark.
Yes.
So, here we go. Let's do it, brother.
Here we go. A couple more dates to remember. The draft's coming up. The NFL draft Thursday, April 28th through Saturday, April 30th. Yeah. You better be watching April 28th. If you're a dog, you better be watching Nakobe Dean getting his name called out. Yeah. Jordan Davis. Hey,
Trayvon Walker, man. Watch him. It's amazing the stock that is just rose on that kid here recently. Just combine numbers and everything. He's a freak. We knew that. Everybody who watches Georgia football knows that. You look at a guy with his size and his ability to agility to be able to move and make plays. I know I have red and black glasses on, Clark, but even if I took those things off and I watched Trayvon Walker and Aiden Hutchinson, how in your right mind can you pick Aiden Hutchinson over Trayvon Walker, man? And I know this comes from a Georgia podcast, but honestly, I don't see anybody. I see somebody who's a fan of a random team looking at the two, no bias with either one of them. And of course, he's going to pick Trayvon. He's a freak athlete. He's going to get paid, make some money, and it's going to be a big day for the University of Georgia. And what you do, hey, you put it in the Butts mirror on the wall. More first round draft picks. Exactly. Recruits see that, they come to Athens because they want to get paid. They want to buy mama a house, and it's going to be exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then last but not least, we already mentioned this, SEC Media Days, July 18th through the 21st. I think the Dawgs will be on TV the 20th. I think it's like a Wednesday. So y'all just be on the lookout for these dates.
Good Kirby quotes. Always good yes. Kirby quotes.
Hey, we got, I think it was Pressure is a Privilege.
Pressure is a Privilege came,
last time. So,
yeah.
Oh, man, exciting stuff on the horizon. Adam, anything else you got to say to the Rose 60 family?
Everybody just stay safe out there. You hug your loved ones, love on them, man. Go out there, work hard, and just great to be a Georgia Bulldog. Great to live in America, man. And we got it made. We got it blessed. We will be in touch. Look out. Go visit our store. Summer's coming. Go get you a sticker to put on the Yeti and get you a hat and everything else, man. We appreciate the support. Appreciate everybody listening. We're getting through the off season. We're going to come back with you. Hey, we're here. Exciting times, man. Exciting times. So we're just going to keep the train rolling.
Keep the train rolling.
Y'all stay safe out there. And go Dogs,
go
baby.
Dogs.